Like what's happening in Maui? Not to, if you wanted to take it
No,
somewhere else.
I sometimes I put my own bullshit in, and some people like it, and some people are like, let the conversation flow. So I think you're such a beautiful. I could sit with you for 4 hours, and we don't even know each other, but we're connected. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like we don't know each other, but we're connected. Like we have same vibes. You know what I mean? It's like we look at each other and we're like, okay.
Yeah. Has there ever been a time where you as a person, I'm saying me, like social media is kind of amazing because it's given us the ability to be here based on that connection.
Yeah.
And I just knew. I was like, oh yeah, I could be locked in a room with you on a cruise boat.
Yeah.
And we would do some damage together.
Yeah, it would be great. We would get along right away.
Yes.
And the thing is, like within knowing him, within 2 weeks, he sent me, it's just a fucked up picture, but it was real, where he lives. He lives in one of the legendary parts of L.A.
I'm in Laurel Canyon.
He's in Laurel, okay.
Yeah.
Which I've used to do a lot of time up there,
Yeah.
and I used to go to that beautiful restaurant. What's it called?
Pache.
Yeah, Pache, which is the cafeteria for that whole area.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, bro, look at the neighborhood. And it was a body with a sheet over it. Somebody had been killed, and he was taking your fucking son to school.
Yeah.
And there's nothing funny about any of this. But
No.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, and the emergency services had already come, but they didn't have a tarp or they didn't have anything to cover it. And that was a year ago, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think at that point I knew this place is, you want to talk about off the reservation? Come do a scenic loop of the greater Los Angeles area right now, currently.
How long have you lived here?
Well, I was here when I played for the Kings, so I was here in 2003, 4, 5.
Okay.
I lived in Laurel Canyon then.
Wow.
Those were the heydays.
Yes.
T-Mobile parties,
Yes.
the sidekick.
Yes. Did we ever meet at one of those?
No, but you know.
Me and my other boy Stu, who's a Torontonian, we used to do all of that.
Well, you were in the mix at that point.
But you were too.
I know, but you know,
we all went to the same parties.
Yes.
I remember when I saw Charles Barkley and I really got to talk to him because I knew him a little bit, but we really got to meet.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't really do the impression, but he's like, we all entertainers. Like, it's not, I have to work on it, but he's like, let me. So he basically told me that the NBA is acting. It's not acting, but it's entertainment.
Yes.
And, you know, I did a lot of stuff with the Flyers at Premu and everybody.
Yep.
And so, but it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. You guys are really punching each other's faces and hitting 95-hour slap shots, but you're still there entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand there's cameras on us.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
So what's the difference, you know?
Well, just because you can back it up. I do something in an imaginary world. You do something in the real world, but you can enhance it.
Yeah, but some would say, you know, being vulnerable in an imaginary world is much tougher than being strong and mighty in a real world.
That's brilliant. That's a brilliant quote.
I'll take it.
So you were living in Laurel Canyon.
Yeah. So that was the heyday. So then I go back to New York, and I'm in New York for like 10 years.
Played for the Islanders.
Played for the Rangers.
For the Rangers. No, fuck, I fucked that.
That's okay.
That's a 5G tower.
That's
no, but you played with did Nystrom? He played for the Islanders.
Nystrom was the Islander.
Yeah, but you guys are buddies, right?
Yeah. He was what you would call a beauty.
Yeah. By the way, he is a beauty.
He's a beauty.
And he's so much. You guys are so similar, but he makes a killer barbecue sauce.
Really?
Have you ever eaten his food?
No.
Oh, this guy can cook a brisket like a motherfucker.
Really?
And he's the first person I ever had weed-infused sauce with. Am I allowed to say that? Is he still in the league?
No. And
well, by the way, if anyone should be
we were all stoned during our whole career.
So he, oh, God, he would make the best. Me and him have a brotherly.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we have a brotherly connection through Eskimos. Does that make sense? In a sweet way.
Interesting.
Yeah. And but then me and him became really good friends.
You know, a beautiful part of a Canadian childhood.
What?
And I don't know if the Americans did this, but we used to Eskimo kiss.
No, I don't think we did that. What
you guys
is that?
never? An Eskimo kiss? It's when you just rub noses. Like I'm doing it right here.
Cute. There you go. That's
you
cute.
do like a little Eskimo kiss.
It's cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
You know?
That was
kids would do it. You would be like not don't kiss each other on the lips. Give
Yeah.
a little Eskimo kiss.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Anyway, so New York, pandemic.
Yep.
Have a baby during a pandemic, in a pandemic. Not me, but
The wifey.
we had a baby, right? And New York is like, it's the apocalypse. It's like I Am Legend with Will Smith. It's like, okay, let's go to California because also, you know what? I need 2 years in California. We're going to get out of this pandemic. We're going back to work, and I'm ready to go. Meaning we're going to go to LA because I'm going to be an actor.
Yeah.
So we moved back out here. Now, we move out here and it's still sort of a pandemic, right? California still has masks. And, I went through a real tough time in New York because I was one of the guys during the entire pandemic, right from the beginning. I never wore a mask anywhere into any single place. I would walk in. If they asked me to leave, I would say I'm not. If they refused service, I would put money on the table and I would take my goods and I would leave. People were screaming at me on runs. I ran the West Side Highway every single day for the first year. Up and down the West Side Highway. People going crazy that I didn't have my mask on.
Outside?
Yeah, spitting on me.
Are you kidding me?
I'll send you a picture. Somebody spray painted "Fuck Sean Avery" on the West Side Highway at one of the major points in the West Village on the West Side Highway, because that's where I ran every single day. It was crazy. We know.
Yeah, but I don't remember the running outside without the mask. I guess, yeah.
Well, you guys didn't see anyone running because you were here, probably.
Yeah, I would go out and stay within my area, and I wasn't wearing anything.
We were, New York, everybody was still moving. So anyways, okay, we're coming to California. California, man, crazy.
Yeah, I wore.
You guys are crazy.
When we
still.
started convening outside, we had to wear our masks.
Right.
But I guess if I was running alone, I would have never done it then. But that's crazy that okay, go ahead.
So the point is, I kind of.
So you're saying we were crazier than New York?
Yeah, kind of. Wow. Yeah. And
this really is a fucking. It's wild.
And I think when I saw de Blasio eat the fries, and then ask. Something so eloquently, the way he asked whether a burger came with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm discrediting the way that he delivered it, but it was like Shakespearean.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I saw that at that moment, I said, yeah, it's time to go. But, I would have went to Texas. Where did we go? Except here, because I was on this crazy journey of like, I'm going to be a fucking actor.
You never acted before that?
I did. I was in Tenet, and I'd
Yeah.
done. So I was 5 years into the journey, but I felt like it was time now for me to make the move because I can walk into the rooms now, and I'm going to start taking jobs.
Did you got in Tenet, and then did Christopher was a fan of yours, and he just put you on Oppenheimer? You have to do a little reading again.
Oh no, I had to re-audition for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen it yet?
No, I want to. I heard it's amazing.
Bro, you haven't seen it yet?
I'm in trouble.
All this, no, not from me. I'm just saying the world that we're living in, and now this guy comes along, this master, and makes a fucking masterpiece about something that our politicians today just lob in the air like it's like you're throwing rings, or what's the game where you throw the sandbags?
Cornhole. Yeah.
Nuclear war, nuclear holocaust.
Yeah.
And when you see Oppenheimer and realize, first of all, the bombs today that they have now are 600 times stronger than the bombs that they had when they dropped the first one.
Okay.
600 times. When they throw around these terms like, oh, nuclear, it put a lot of things into perspective for me, because I had never read the book. When I read the script, and then when I was there and I saw what it looked like, and now seeing the movie, dude.
I have to see. I know I have to see it. I just been a little.
It's
crazy.
a term that you shouldn't throw around very lightly.
The term nuclear.
Yeah. Scary. Crazy shit.
Because basically it's beyond wiping out a species.
Yeah. I mean, it's game over. Like if somebody launches one, somebody else is going to launch one, and these things will take out an entire coast.
Yeah.
Not just like the things on top, but it'll probably sink the coast into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the way that Nolan makes this movie with no CG, with really a cast of what I would say killers.
Yeah.
In garages from Van Nuys, like the best of the best.
Yes.
All right. Going head to head with no fat. And he just takes you through the story. And he also doesn't care about how anybody thinks he interprets it. There's no wavering. It's like, this is what happened. And this is the way I'm going to tell it. And yeah, I don't know. It's pretty amazing. And I haven't seen Barbie yet. And I want to, but you've seen it?